I just realized I forgot to mention Thor and what happened to him throughout the 5 years. The same with Hawkeye. Crap, I'm bad at this. Alright, first let's mention Hawkeye, since that was revealed in the trailers. Ever since losing his family, he has gone rogue and he's killing people. Well, bad people. And he's doing this because he wants to see his family again. And yeah. He's going with Black Widow to get the Soul Stone. No, wait, not the... Yeah, the Soul Stone. Which means one of them will die. Wait and see. And that's what I was like. As soon as the scene was starting, I was like, oh crap, one of them is gonna die. And also, the thing with Thor, he got all depressed that he didn't kill Thanos when he still had the stones. So he took Asgard to Norway, which Odin said that would be a good Asgard, so good job on you, Thor. And he got fat. He got his long hair back, but he got an ugly beard. And he became an alcoholic, so... And he's also playing Fortnite with Korg and Meek. Fortnite in 2023. Weird. But hey, I guess Fortnite will become like a big video game series. And not just a trend. Become a huge... I guess the Fortnite in this was the equivalent of the "What are those?" in Black Panther. Dang it, Marvel, stop putting memes in your movies! So, anyway, back to where we were. So, Thor and Rocket head to Asgard in 2013 to get the Ether, the Reality Stone. And coincidentally enough, they arrived on the day that Thor's mom dies. Or rather, gets murdered. Of course, Thor's mom notices Thor. And she was raised by witches, so she knows that he's from the future. And she basically gives him a prep talk to basically just keep at it, man. And that was very emotional for Thor, because it's the first time he got to see his mom in 10 years. It'll be the last time he got to see his mom. And he raises his hand out like this to grab Mjolnir, and he's still worthy! And he'll most likely go home to eat a salad, because that's what his mom told him to do. You should always obey dead people, Thor. Always. And, hey, so Nebula and Rhodey are getting the Power Stone. And the beginning, and we cut to the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy. The music is playing, and Star-Lord is dancing, just like how the movie did, but without the but without the credits. And we get to see what actually happened in the real universe of the movie. Right. Quill was listening to the song, but in the reality, he was like, "Come and get your love. Come and get your love." And Rhodey's like, "This guy's an idiot." And they knock him out. Which, later on, after the movie, I was thinking, did you have to wait for Quill? It's time travel. You can just arrive at the same points where you took the stone, and then it'd be like it never happened. And not doing this would heavily affect the movie. So, basically, and we'll get to it later. So they grab the stone, but wait, there's more. Past Nebula gets the transmission for present or future Nebula, and this is when Nebula was still evil, working for Thanos and stuff. So was Gamora, and Thanos is like, or more Squidward, let's call him, because that's what Tony called him in Infinity War. It's like, your thoughts are a traitor, Thanos. That's not his voice, I'm just making it up. And Thanos was like, let's get this. Let's go ahead and get this other Nebula. They're the same Nebula, but let's go ahead and get them. So instead of just heading back to the present, or back to the future, Nebula goes and warns people about Thanos. And I was just like, after the movie, like, if you have just gone back to the present, you would not be in this situation. What the frick, Nebula? And so, past Nebula ends up going to the present instead of future Nebula. Well, actually, the thing is, they shrink down Thanos' ship, and we'll get to it later. Now, let's get to the point of the movie which almost made me... So, Hawkeye and Black Widow go and get the Soul Stone. Now, if you've seen Infinity War, then you know, in order to get the Soul Stone, one must give up what someone loves. And that's why Gamora is dead. And so, both, I'm not gonna go by their actual names. Both Clint and Natasha are pretty much like, I'm gonna do it. Do it. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. And to the point where they're both hanging off a cliff and Clint's like, And Natasha says, it's okay. And she lets go, and I'm like, don't die, man, don't die, don't die. So the edge, I was practically on the edge of my seat, man. Not really, I was still all comfy, but still, metaphorically. I'm like, I gotten the chance to know this character of Natasha for 9 years now. Most of my life. And it's like, dang. That tugged the heartstrings a bit. But it worked. Clint got the Soul Stone. But hey, I guess you could say that it's worth to sacrifice one life in order to save half of all life. So, everyone heads back to the present. But wait, there's more. Since they lost the Tesseract, Tony and Steve head to 1970, where the Tesseract is being tested at S.H.I.E.L.D. And Tony runs into his dad, and that ends his daddy issues. And he realized that his dad was a good person. And he didn't. His daddy issues are gone. So yeah. And Steve sees Peggy Carter, and he's like, "Oh my God, dear God, holy crap, I'm gonna crap my pants." He didn't say that. Also, the sassy black woman from Drake and Josh makes a cameo. Stan Lee makes a cameo as Grumpy Old Man. So I think that was cool. Rest in peace, Stan. Thanks for the memories. So, anyway, they get the Tesseract and they all head back to the present. So, Tony makes an Iron Man and glove, and since Hulk is the only one that is strong enough to possibly survive the snap, he's the one who decides to wear it. So he snaps his finger, and Clint's wife calls him on the phone, which proves that it worked. And so we see everyone just reunited with all the people that they lost. And it's a very emotional scene. And I'm just like, just kidding! We don't see that. Remember the thing I said about Nebula? Well, she sends in everything that Thanos had from 2014 into 2023. And it pretty much just destroys Avengers HQ and everything around it. It pretty much just annihilated everything. Everything is just destroyed. I'm surprised that no one's dead after that blast. I mean, holy crap. Good thing Scott knew when the right time was to shrink. So, yeah. Yeah, they all made it out to be alive. And they're ready to battle Thanos outnumbered. But before that, Tony, Thor, and Steve go ahead and battle Thanos, which I think is actually kind of fitting, since in the first Avengers movie, Tony, Thor, and Steve had this whole battle thing, had a huge battle. And is Captain America dabbing? I know he's supposed to be throwing his shield, but it looks like he's honestly dabbing. He is dabbing. Captain America dabbed 4 years before it became a thing. That's how awesome he is.